Helen,
Yes.
where in the hell have you been? I know. We missed a week.
Did you miss us?
We're back. This is the Pain and Anger Comedy Podcast. I'm CJ Haddock, and you know who is over there.
Helen Haddock.
Show producer H2, Helen Haddock. What's up, honey?
Not much. How are you?
I expect you to have 2 weeks' worth of energy and entertainment in you this week.
Okay, I'll try to muster it up.
Do it, please.
Mustering.
This week, we're going to talk about everything from going to the dentist to the tattoo artist. Thought I forgot about that, didn't you, Helen?
I did.
We're going to talk. We're going to talk about other people's kids.
Ugh.
Back to school. Yeah. State-provided daycare is returning, starting Monday. I'm going to admit that I like the show on TLC, The 90 Day Fiancé.
Before the 90 days is the one you like.
Yes, because they got some winners
Woohoo.
on this show. Anyway.
Can we talk about the eclipse, too?
We'll probably work in the eclipse. We'll also work in some bizarre news. And, of course, Helen, you know you're very popular with the listeners. I'm sure they'll have some listener email
Oh, boy.
for you.
Oh, Lord. Here we go.
It's all right ahead. I don't know where we're going to start because I haven't looked at my notes yet. But don't move, boys and girls. Thank you for listening. This is the Pain and Anger Comedy Podcast. Oh, hold on. Helen, what's our email address?
Pain and anger.
No. No, Helen, our email address is painangercomedy@gmail.com.
I knew that.
Where are we on Twitter?
Pain anger comedy.
@painangercomedy.
Right.
You can get episodes directly from our website, painangercomedy.wordpress.com. And also
On the iTunes.
on iTunes, SoundCloud, and YouTube. So use any of those mediums.
Except you won't have to wear glasses to watch us on YouTube because, you know, like the eclipse, we won't burn your eyes.
That's right. Plus, there's just audio anyway. All right, let's get this thing going. We have other stuff to do tonight, Ellen. Yeah.
You like that ending.
Oh, how about that? Right on the post, as they say, Helen.
Wow.
How are you doing, honey?
It's our birthday week. I'm feeling a little old.
Yep, 39, Helen.
No.
You know what comes after 39?
39 plus 1.
Faux.
No.
The big faux. Oh.
No.
That's awesome.
That can't be. I'm not. I can't be 40. I cannot.
You're getting older.
I cannot. That can't be possible.
You get older.
Can't.
I stay the same.
I feel like the dweeby little kid that I was in my head. I still feel that way sometimes.
Yeah, you don't look that way.
I guess not.
No, but who does?
Right. I mean, you know, I look at my gray hair every once in a while and think, oh my gosh.
What happened that we missed a week? We just got busy or what? What was going on?
Yeah, I mean, I think we just got busy and then...
Was something going on?
I was dealing with a lot with work and stuff, and then we just kind of kept saying, oh, we'll do it tomorrow too. Well, tomorrow turned into Thursday, and...
Yeah, well...
You know, Thursday came and went, and...
not to worry, boys and girls.
Like Slim Shady, we're back.
We have 2 weeks' worth of joy and happiness coming your way. Where do you want to start, Helen?
And pain and anger.
We started with your 39th birthday coming up Tuesday.
Wednesday,
whatever.
Yours is Tuesday. Mine is Wednesday.
Mine's Tuesday. We're not going to use the number of mine because it is way more than 40. Way more than 40.
Yes, but men get distinguished. Women just get old.
No, I'm getting old too.
No.
Are you saying I look distinguished?
You look distinguished.
Yeah. You like what you're looking at over there?
Salt and pepper, baby.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, okay. Here's where we're going. Are you ready?
Okay, take us down the road.
Monday last, Helen.
Yes?
I showed up at the dentist for a simple crown procedure.
Oh, boy. This is a fun story, kids.
I had previously, you remember, because you and I were texting, right?
Right.
I was previously subject to root canal.
Right.
And then, of course, once the root canal is done, they put a new crown on the tooth, so that process was started. Usually, it's a 2-visit process, a temporary crown, and when a permanent one is made, and then it becomes a permanent crown. I don't recall ever having an ordeal,
Okay.
a dental ordeal or a medical ordeal like the one I was subject to. I hope my dentist is not listening because she's about to take an ass whooping.
Oh, boy.
I don't recall. I've had several crowns placed in my 55 or how old am I? 51, 52, 52-year-old face.
Well, it'll be 52 on Wednesday.
I never took 3 hours. I was subject to a 3-hour crown procedure, a temporary crown, including multiple numbing injections and fittings, and it was the most awful thing I've ever gone through.
Yeah, you were not happy.
I was angry because things were not going fast or well. And at one point, I was so exasperated, I said to the dentist in a not a nice voice, are we about done here?
I can just imagine what her face was like in that moment. Like, are you effing kidding me?
Well,
Shut
actually,
up.
I scared my dentist, and she was like, oh, yes, very, very soon. Very soon.
Oh, yeah.
Are we about done here, I said.
Way to go.
Oh, but you recall the text messages? You recall how many times I used the F word in my text messages?
I really do recall that. It was quite many.
There were many, right?
If we had to read it on the show, it would be like, hi, beep, 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 hi, how are you? Beep, beep, beep. Yeah.
So 1 week began with it was a Monday 8:30 a.m. appointment, by the way. Did I mention that yet? No?
Yeah, which is awful in and of itself.
Awful way to start it with the week.
Right.
There is no worse way to start the week. Mm-hmm. And so I was there almost half a day. Unbelievable. Boy.
Yeah, and we had some other arrangements and engagements that day.
Yeah, we had meetings to do. And did you happen to, you didn't save any of my texts, I guess?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I don't have them. But
well, anyway, we started the week with a dentist. We ended the week to a visit to a tattoo shop. And this is where I have to thank Helen, because getting married to Helen has exposed me to strata of society that I would never have seen before. Helen.
Wait, I have to preface this by saying I have my daith pierced, which, I mean, that sounds awful, but it's...
Your what?
It's called the daith. It's a...
Dape?
Daith. D-A-I-T-H.
D-A-I-T-H. Daith.
Yes, it is part of your... I get terrible migraines, and so... After trying so many different things and so many different medications, I read that somewhere that there's an acupressure point in your ear that correlates to headaches. So I got it done, and I can't speak for everyone, but for me, it has really, really worked.
Okay.
So
naturally, you'd want to take it out.
No.
Idiot.
I wanted to change out the earring. I got it done, I don't know, 8 months ago. And so I'd had the same earring in all this time, and it had been bugging me because when I go to put my stethoscope in my ear, it would hit my stethoscope, and it had gotten infected, and because of the bumping.
Helen's other job is she's a safecracker.
Whatever. And so I went to get the earring out, and I was messing with it and fidgeting with it, so I got it out finally, and then I tried to put the new one in, and it was like hell on earth. I couldn't get it. Nobody could find the hole. Please excuse any horrible puns and hole. References to that.
The hole was nowhere to be found.
Yes. And so
couldn't locate the hole.
At 8:45.
Hold on once more. I just want to say it. Nobody could find the hole.
Whatever. So at 8:45, here I am calling the tattoo place.
Helen, there's a news bulletin. The hole has still not been found.
Whatever. And CJ was kind enough to drive me there.
Oh, this was something.
Well, I mean, he's very sort of button-uppy, sort of Mr. Golf Shirt, Mr.,
Who, me?
God forbid you have a tattoo.
Or like, I don't weave rope into my back.
Right.
Yeah, I'm a pretty buttoned-down guy.
Go into the place, and I was like, hey, I'm looking for the piercer. I'm totally fine with it because I've been there. These people are cool. And
they're cool, all right.
So as the guy's switching out my earring,
you ought to see these people
cleaning it up.
I couldn't tell if they were white or black because they were just all ink. They were ink people.
We walked out,
and they got these things sticking out of their noses and their.
We had the lovely conversation with a piercer guy.
Oh, we'll get there, Helen. Anyway, I didn't mean to interrupt your stride there, honey.
Yeah.
These people were. They're friendly too. I don't want to say they're not friendly, but they're ghouls.
Yeah, you were freaked out by their appearance, but they were really nice.
Super nice people.
Yeah.
But they're scary.
Shout out to 717 Tattoo.
Yeah, 717 Tattoo.
Because he saved me. I think his name is Gib or Geb.
Gib,
something like that. He's the piercer dude there.
Or the Crypt Keeper, whatever his name is.
Oh, stop. So as we're talking to him, we're talking about various piercings and, what types of things. And so I had mentioned that someone I know had gotten a very personal area of their body pierced.
I had never been to a tattoo establishment. Go ahead, Helen. Go ahead. Because you're getting to the good stuff.
And so, this guy who's got like rings and piercings and, just about everything. He's covered in tattoos, everything else. So I'm talking to him. I dropped my phone. Sorry.
For God's sakes.
Shut up. So I'm talking to this guy about, male piercing. And he goes, I don't understand. He goes,
wait, you mean piercing like postal mail?
No.
What kind of mail? Like you mean like in the arm?
No, I mean like
the
mail,
ear?
like in your privates.
Oh God. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, as a nurse, I've seen a lot of things, and that's one of them.
Oh.
So we're talking about it and about its proclivity to get sort of infected because it's such a special place.
Ooh.
And so the guy looks at us in all seriousness and goes, I've never had a problem with that. I've pierced mine 5 times.
Oh.
5 times. And I was like, wait a second. You pierced yourself? And he's like, yeah, I trust myself. Why wouldn't I do it?
He did himself 5 times.
Yeah, like after the first time, wouldn't you just pass out in pain?
No sharp objects get near my...
manly bits.
My Franks and beans.
Wieners and beans.
In anyone's hands, not even my hands. And this guy pierced himself with what? Like what?
If you're a piercer, you're not going to use the same little like earring gun that they use at Claire's. They actually use oh
my God,
like a nail, a piercing.
Jesus Christ,
pin or nail or something.
Sons of bitches.
Yeah, well.
Oh, I can't even sit.
Well, that wasn't the only thing. Then, we go out and we're getting ready to pay. And CJ turns his head and there was a video screen up there.
Oh, boy.
And it's pictures of the piercer hanging off of ropes.
Oh, yeah.
That were attached to rings.
On his
which
back?
Were dug into his back.
Oh, my God. That's right. He was hanging from hooks.
He looked like he should have been in the movie Rocky, and Rocky should have been like knocking him out.
And he was like posing like it was a thing. Like I guess there are meetings of these people. They do this. Hey, let's hang ourselves from shit.
Yeah, shit that's like connected to our back, connected to the tissues on our back.
Helen, did you mention that the guy, when he did pierce himself 5 times, he did it all in the same sitting?
He did.
Same session.
Yep.
I'd have been passed out before the first one.
Well, he seemed like he'd, maybe pop a couple of Jack and Cokes. I mean, that would just be my theory of it.
Oh, my God.
It was just funny because I was talking to a couple of the girls at work about it, and they were like, well, how did he miss his urethra? How is he doing that? And I said, I don't know.
How did he miss his urethra?
Listen, we're a bunch of nurses. I want to know if he's going to be able to pee again.
That's a great question. How'd you miss that urethra there, my brother?
Yeah, I mean, how do you do that? How does one get up enough courage to do that? Sometimes I don't have the courage to rip off the wax strip if I'm getting my eyebrows waxed.
Can I ask you a question? How do you go in there, a place like that, and just voluntarily lay down on the chair and then let them go to work on your ear? Like, I mean, the guy was competent.
He's super clean. You can tell. I mean, you could tell. I've been around enough tattoo places to know.
Wait, what?
I've been around enough tattoo places.
What? You get around?
No, I said I've been to enough tattoo places.
Well, I mean, what does that suggest? You know how many places I've been to? Tattoo places? One. This one.
Wait, let me paraphrase your life.
Your life defies paraphrase.
Listen, I'm here to expose you to elements of society that you had no idea about.
So I've never been into this place, and these people...
And he's super clean. Gloves, everything was sterilized, open from new packages. Like, that stuff is important.
Yeah.
You don't want to go to, like, Joe Mama's tattoo shop, and he's, pulling out a knitting needle trying to tattoo you.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, if you have any piercings you'd like to show us, send us a picture via email, thepainangercomedy@gmail.com.
You should restate that because I don't want to see all the piercings people might have.
Ladies!
No.
Well, I don't want to see men.
Well, I don't want to see girls.
Actually, honestly, I don't
want to see
any.
either.
I don't want to see either. If you have any piercings,
you'd like to share with us in
Send
the
us
text.
a note, but
Yes.
no pictures to painangercomedy@gmail.com.
And inform CJ that this is just a way of life. When I first met CJ, I had my nose pierced. I
Yeah.
thought it was the coolest thing. I wish I still had it.
She had a nose pierced. She has 2 other fairly large tattoos, which
I've tried to get the one on my ankle removed.
my mother disapproves of, Helen. I just
Oh,
want you to
that's
know that.
baloney. Your mom has a tattoo.
My mother said, "What's that tramp stamp doing on her back there?"
No, she didn't.
Sonny
she was
boy.
like, "You go, girl.
Oh my God.
You go, girl."
Oh, honey.
She gave me the Arsenio circa 1990s.
You have really exposed me to things.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I really thought you were going to pee your pants while we were in there just because
I mean, did I look? I looked out of place
you
tonight.
you kind of, you
looked-
look like a white man, a middle-aged white man at a Tupac concert. I mean, that's pretty much what I would equate it to.
I mean, I didn't even understand what I was looking at.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of different things.
I don't. Anyway, well, Helen. Anyway, I didn't do my exercises again, Helen.
Oh, boy. Dear
Dear
Jesus, it looks like you have Tourette's.
Listen, I want to talk about other people's kids for a minute, but I think first what we're going to do is, because I don't want to break up the next segment, which involves other people's kids and back to school time, bitches.
Mm-hmm.
Get out of my house. My house is now mine again during the day, during the week.
Some of us aren't that lucky to be able to work from home.
Can't wait. But anyway, hold on. All right, I got to stop, honey, because... All right, honey, before we get to the other people's kids, OPK. You down with OPK?
No way.
That was pretty good. Naughty by nature.
Listen, I love me some OPP.
All right, listen up, gang. Dollar Shave Club. We got a story about a straight razor later in the show, too, don't we, Helen?
Yep.
Dollar Shave Club always gives you a close, smooth shave, and you can't beat the price. You don't have to choose between settling for a cheap bag of disposables or paying out the nose for a razor with laser points and 17 blades. It's overkill. You never need more than 2 blades. We'll talk about going with 1 blade later.
Wacko.
Dollar Shave Club broke onto the scene with a smarter choice. Before Dollar Shave Club, it was either save money and get a painful, shitty shave from a disposable.
Like the one they gave out at the gym?
Like the ones they give out at the gym, you must memorize the copy, which felt like shaving with a piece of glass, not a piece of ass. Or you paid through the nose for the latest shave breakthrough you didn't need, like a chin detector. What a bunch of hooey. Dollar Shave Club is the best of both worlds. You get the best premium shave quality at a disposable shave price. If you haven't tried Dollar Shave Club, you are missing out. Ladies and gentlemen, I guess.
Yeah, because I do it.
It's an amazing shave at an affordable price. There's no smarter choice on the market. And right now, gang, friends, countrymen,
Peeps.
they're giving away 1-month trial subscription with any of their razors for just $1 with free shipping, everybody. And after that, it's just a few bucks a month. There's no long-term commitment, no hidden fees. Get your online dollar trial at dollarshaveclub.com, dollarshaveclub.com. We're going to go with OPK, Other People's Kids, right straight ahead on the Pain and Anger Comedy Podcast. Don't go anywhere. I mean it. You piss me off. Honey, can you identify the guitarist on that track?
CJ Haddock.
Goddamn right, CJ Haddock. With my stumpy little butcher fingers. My Vern Troyer-like butcher fingers. Tickling the fretboard, ladies and gentlemen.
Alex likes to remind you of that all the time.
Yes, he does. He says I have butcher hands.
Yes, he does.
And he's right. They're like little tiny little cocktail wieners.
But then again, anybody would look like they have butcher hands and fingers and arms and legs compared to Alex. He's got the wingspan of a falcon.
He has E.T. Extremities. The wingspan of a falcon.
He does.
Helen, let's talk about Alex, but not really Alex. Let's talk about other people's kids. Al had a little get-together over here the other week.
He did?
A little adolescent bonding get-together, I think.
A little preschool, not preschool, but pre-high school starting.
Before high school.
Yeah, because he's going into the 10th grade.
Let me ask you something.
Yes.
Why do kids get together before they get together and go to school for 9 goddamn months?
They just wanted to, socialize.
Well, here's a follow-up question, more important. Why do they get together at my house?
Because it's nice here. They like it.
It was nice here, then they get here, and then it's not nice here.
Oh, please. They didn't do any damage.
What?
They didn't do any damage.
They did some noise damage.
Oh, please. Relax. When you were that age, you wish you were invited to parties.
Little bastards.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, they were here, and we... how much can I tell? I can't really tell this story, probably. But sometimes let me just say this, sometimes when kids are over, you get to meet their parents.
Oh, boy.
And sometimes...
I met parents in a way I didn't want to meet parents.
And sometimes... parents are not, it's not a fun experience. They're disagreeable people.
Well, here's the deal. So I guess one of the kids was staying with a family member or a friend of the family.
No names, Helen.
I didn't. And I guess he decided to sort of lie to his parents who were out of town and not tell them the truth about where he was and what plans he had. And all of a sudden, this poor little kid comes upstairs as you and I are watching some boring-ass World War I documentary.
One of my many boring interests.
Right. And this poor kid's like, my mom wants to talk to you. And I was like, okay. Like, I felt like instantly like I was in trouble.
Not at that age. That's an odd request, right?
Kind of, sort of. So, this woman gets on the phone and she's pretty yappy in my ear about how her son lied and basically pretty much trashing her own kid.
Not happy.
Yeah, she was not happy at all. And she was like, somebody's going to come and pick him up and he lied. And I was just like, oh, okay.
She was like, damn, girl.
I felt like the dweeby kid again, I'm thinking I'm talking to somebody's mom and I'm a mom, but I still feel like I'm the one that's in trouble.
Yeah, way to go, Helen. Housing these criminals.
Yeah, so then you were lucky enough to open the door for
a lovely young woman.
Of the family.
Politeful woman. I'm here for blankety blank. All right, well, let me get him. Yeah, I don't have a lot of time either. Son of a bitch.
Man.
Well, lady, would you like to step in to the foyer at least? Or would you like me to shut the door in your face? You sawed-off prick of a human being.
Wow. I'm not sure that you could use that. That's going to be a nice little beeper right there.
I don't have a lot of time. I don't have a lot of time to listen to you tell me you don't have a lot of goddamn time. Let me go get your kid, and you can be on your way.
Yeah, I felt really bad for the kid, though.
Well, Helen, you play with fire, you get burned.
Yeah, these kids in line, what can I say?
Sometimes the parents find out, Helen.
And sometimes they always find out.
And who is the best lie detector you know, Helen?
Me.
You, that's right.
Me. You ain't getting away with that
Way
crap.
better than me. You can slide anything past me.
I know, because you don't pay attention. You got to pay attention. And for being, in the profession that you're in, you would think that you would be able to catch a lie from a mile away. But you can't. Your lie detector turns off at home.
Let me just say one other thing about this get-together. At one point, you and I were on the deck, and young Al comes running across the lawn with a drill.
Yes.
My power drill.
Right.
What the frick is going on?
He was going to scare the girls with drill noises. Now, come on. He's at the awkward age. He's not really Rico Suave yet. He hasn't perfected those moves yet.
Wait a minute. Many a night I've seduced you with the sweet noises of power tools.
No, you don't get it though. See, here's the thing.
Okay.
He was going to go up behind him and they were going to go,
Oh, I see.
Stop it! Right. Very coquettishly. So,
Jesus Christ.
He was trying to, and then the funny thing is we saw him and you were like, Alex, is that my drill? And he was like, yeah, I was just going to scare them with the noises.
Yeah, I don't want my drill being used for that purpose.
Right. So, I mean, it's just, I'm sure you were awkward at that age.
There's just nothing worse. Helen, I was never awkward. I was always the suave together.
You're still awkward.
Charmer that you see here.
Yeah, you're still awkward.
I was never awkward.
Yeah. You were a level above awkward.
Ladies and gentlemen, do I strike you as awkward or do I strike you as a very together, have it together kind of guy?
Listen, Why don't you tell the story about how you got your first kiss?
Okay. All right, Helen.
Uh-huh.
All right, you called my bluff there, so let's talk
Instantly.
about that first kiss. 8th grade. I had to be dragged behind a house. I was terrified. I was certain. I didn't know how to do it properly, and so I avoided it. But my then, at the time, I guess, girlfriend was so sick of waiting. She pulled me off the bus at her stop. It was not my stop. She pulled me off the bus, literally drugged me out behind her house and kissed me. And I got to tell you, she had braces, and I didn't think I knew what I was doing. But as Helen can tell you, Big Papa has certainly improved since, I don't know, when was that, 1970 and 6 or 7?
Did you have to go home and change your pants because you peed yourself?
No, Helen, I didn't. But I walked home asking myself, what the frick just happened? Because I didn't think it was going to be like this. She had braces, too. Did I mention that?
Yeah.
So I didn't know what I was doing. But thanks for bringing that humiliating story up, Helen. That's great.
You're so welcome.
And now, Helen,
it's just proving my
revenge is quick and swift because now you must tell your first kiss story.
I was in the 6th grade.
Come on, Helen.
I was in the 6th
I'm
grade.
inclined to think you got started way earlier than 6th grade.
Well, you know, if you want to count the little kid at church, he
No.
used to always come up and kiss me on the cheek.
No, we're not
and
counting
say,
that.
he'd look at me and say, I'm never going to wash my lips again.
6th grade?
Yeah, I was in the 6th grade.
Oh, man. I already admitted I was in 8th grade.
Yeah, you're in the 8th grade.
But I skipped a grade, so it was actually 7th grade.
Right.
Anyway, go ahead.
Whatever.
Was it Anastopoulos Paphilophilus?
No, it was a little boy in my class, and there was one girl, she was really fast, and so she was real fast.
You mean she could run?
No, she was just letting
mean
boys
with the
kind
ladies?
of like do whatever she wanted to do.
In 6th grade?
The 6th grade. Girl, what are you talking about? I know you're from like up there, you know, in northeastern Pennsylvania.
That's right.
And nothing happens there, but there were people pregnant in my class in the 6th grade.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Not
I went
in my
to city
6th grade
school,
class.
So
Jesus.
yet another way that, you know, I am opening your eyes to things.
You are certainly a cut from a different cloth, boy.
That's right, tough as nails. So anyway, we were walking home, and I remember he tried to kiss me, and he like had this thing where he was trying to like shove his tongue down my throat, and I was like, "Stop! You're trying to choke me."
Oh, what the? Were you like boyfriend, girlfriendy, or?
At that age, what can you really say? Like, you know, you gave each other googly eyes.
I don't know. I'm terrified of women. I was terrified of women. I'm still terrified of women.
You should be terrified of this woman.
Then that's
Seeing my right hook today, boo.
Yeah, Helen was out in the garage hitting the heavy bag. Big Daddy taught her a couple of punches. The left and right jabs, the left and right hooks, the right overhand, the left and right uppercuts. She has a decent right hook.
Oh, yeah.
She bangs that bag. That bag makes a noise. I do not want to be at the end of that right hook ever. Mm-hmm. So I'm a little afraid of Helen. No.
Mama said, knock you out.
That's pretty good, Helen.
Yep.
For being your first time with boxing gloves on, and that's pretty good.
It was very, very, like, I think I'm going to be using that from now on because it's much, much safer than busting people in the face.
I love it. I love it. It's a good workout, and you do kind of get out your frustrations. But we're interrupting. We interrupted our other people's kids segment
Regularly scheduled program.
with the first kiss story, and it's back to school time, Helen. I can't wait. Daycare.
I kind of feel
is here.
bad because it feels like it's gone back so early.
Well, it's the end of August here.
It is.
Some schools are already back,
I know.
but
I remember, I don't know if they did that here, but it used to be like they would sometimes go after Labor Day, and then it was before Labor Day, and it's weird. Like, you can't really figure out when it's going to be.
where were you? Oh, back to school. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's great. When I had kids who were little, nothing like throwing those little bastards on the bus.
Mm-hmm. I bet you cried like a bitch.
Because then, well, the first, I don't even want to talk about the first time I dropped my son off at daycare. I still remember it as clear as day, and it breaks my heart because that was the first time I realized, oh my God, there's a separation.
Uh-huh.
And now he's a grown man, 24, and didn't miss him very much.
Uh-huh. Oh, boy.
You
You can't even fake emotion, can you?
No, I do miss them a lot, but that was tough, that first one. But as they get older, it's like, oh, God, great. Okay, now I got the house to myself. I got the whatever. Anyway, that starts tomorrow,
Yep.
sports fans. So those kids out there who aren't yet in school, sorry, cousin Michael, nephew Michael, I know you're a listener. Happy birthday, by the way, buddy. But are you back to school yet?
I'm not sure if he's back to school.
Yeah, I paused there as if he was going to answer me from
Right.
wherever he is.
I didn't know if I was supposed to say something there.
Anyway, back to school. Good luck this year at school to
My
you.
mom used to always, like the night before, she'd sing, "Happy days are here again. The skies are blue and clear."
And all you kids out there, if we do have any kid listeners, and you probably shouldn't be listening, your parents are probably upset
because
of
probably
Helen's
heard about
use
piercings and tattoos.
Helen's use of very indelicate language. All you kids out there, good luck this year at school.
Make your parents proud.
If you have anything funny happen to you at school, send us an email at painangercomedy@gmail.com. Tell
Remember
us
to
about
do your homework and keep your grades up. Because
Yeah, come
that
on.
really stresses your parents
Oh, my
out.
God, does it ever.
Don't make your parents go on the portal and have a heart attack.
Do your damn homework. And if you're smart, like Alex, do your friggin' homework.
Yeah, Alex, do your homework.
Because I want you out as soon as possible. And your mother wants you out into a good education and a good job and a career.
Great school and do
I
what
don't
you
care about
want.
any of those things. I just want you out.
That's nice. That's nice.
But seriously, come on. I mean, let's make this year different.
Exactly.
Come on, you can do it. Helen, where were we?
You were complaining about other people's children. OPK.
OPK, yeah, and back to school. Okay, so we got that. We got that out of the way.
Right.
So is that it? Is the show over? No, the show's not over. Of course.
The show's not over.
I was on the couch with Helen
Oh, gosh.
last weekend, thereabouts,
Going.
and we were both in, I guess, reasonable. Coming up in a few minutes, by the way, our miscellaneous segment where we're going to tackle everything from Powerball to birthday gifts to diner food.
Okay.
But before that, Helen, you and I were in a jovial, jocular mood,
Okay.
and sometimes I give you the remote, right? Because I'm a good man.
Oh, yes.
And you put on TLC, and this program came on, 90 Day Fiancé, but it's the new preview of the new season of 90 Day Fiancé.
No. See,
No?
here's where you're wrong. So
Oh, sorry.
what it is people have met online.
Like you and I, by the way.
Yes, but we were in the same state, in the same time zone, in the same country.
It's true. I didn't have to
So-
go to the Amazon to find it.
So here's the deal. So these people have met other people online, and they are in different countries, and they are actually going to meet them face to face for the first time. So it's before they get engaged, before they even come to the States to live with them for 90 days, and then they have to get married after the 90 days. So it's this whole process. So we have a couple different couples who, they kind of show their saga.
Is it like the process of getting a green card, a visa, or whatever?
Yeah. It's a K-1 visa, so it's a fiance visa.
Oh, okay.
So basically what happened is the first one that we saw was a nice gentleman going down to Haiti to meet a girl.
Yeah, what are you doing going to Haiti?
And he took her, she was like 20 years younger than him. And he took her like all sorts of like clothing because she sold clothing out of her house to make money. We saw him, and then we saw this lady.
As it turns out, Haiti was the most tame of the locations these people had.
Of course. We went, well, the most tame would have been Amsterdam. Was that chick?
Oh,
going to
that's
the-
right,
Yeah.
yeah.
So she was like in her late 40s. And ladies, if you're listening, I know, I complained about my age earlier. And I really do try to keep myself up. I will use some night cream and some eye cream and moisturize and exfoliate and do all that stuff.
And wrinkle reducer.
But you should really limit it to that. If your face does not move, regardless of the emotion, you are using way too much Botox.
Plastic surgery and Botox. I don't get
Right.
it.
If your lips look fish-like and your eyes look cat-like, you shouldn't look like animals.
Wow,
You
Helen-
should look like people.
Helen is blazing hot on fire right now.
So anyway, this woman who's complaining about her $1,000 Jimmy Choo's getting stuck in the escalator. She's like 42 and divorced or something. And she just looked like a hot mess express. So she was going to Amsterdam to meet, quote, the love of her life, which was a 24-year-old model-y physical fitness trainer who, by the way, could not possibly buy tighter shirts.
Could you please do the accent you did when he was in that shirt in the airport?
Oh, you want to see my nipples? Hello, baby. These are my nipples.
Oh, my God. 24-year-old guy. Good-looking guy, right, Ellen?
Right. I mean, he was cut and beefed and whatever, but, like, come on now. He's sitting there telling his friends, like, oh, yeah, I really want an older woman, and I'm going to see her. Meanwhile, girlfriend looks like a plasticed-out version of Morticia Adams. Come on now.
Damn.
You look like Joe Beefcake, and she looks like Morticia Adams. That's a match made in TLC heaven.
Damn. Anyway, yeah.
So then the final one was the final one.
This one is my favorite.
This one is the best one. So it is a guy from Ohio who apparently still lives with his mom. He's like 34, 35 years old and apparently has had bad history with women. So he's getting ready to go and Mama runs out and gives him a lock of her hair to keep with him.
Oh, this guy's nuts.
Oh.
From Kentucky, right?
No, Ohio. Somewhere in Ohio.
No, I think the Haiti guy was from Ohio.
No, I think they're both from Ohio.
All right. I think the guy was from Kentucky, but it doesn't matter. Helen.
Anyway,
could you do that Dutch accent again once more about the shirt with the thing?
Team my nipples.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Anyway, so this guy, I guess he met some girl who lives in Brazil.
Uh-huh.
And so he goes down to visit her for the very first time.
Uh-huh.
Now, you would think that a plane ride to Brazil, 17 plus hours, would be long enough. No. This ding dong has to get on a boat that looks like one of those boats that they haunt in the ports at Halloween. And he's got to take a 2-day trip up the freaking Amazon on a wooden boat.
How about the boat noise? Jesus.
Yeah. So he's got to go on the Queen of the Amazon, up the Amazon for a 2-day trip, which they don't even really have cabins in this boat. And he's showering and like shaving himself in a mirror that is above a sink that's communal.
Common area, you might say.
And this idiot goes to get off the boat and they're searching his luggage. Now he's got 4 giant trunks. And you're thinking to yourself, as I was, what in God's name does this ding-dong have in here?
Do you remember what was in some of those trunks, Helen?
Venom extractor,
which if you're going to go up the Amazon, that might not be the silliest thing.
Water purifier.
Cough drops,
which alerted the security dogs, because I don't know if they have cough drops.
Cough drops.
And so...
It was the first time the guy had been anywhere.
Right.
He needed to learn how to pack.
Right. He had these giant trucks. He brought food for himself. Because he wasn't sure what was going to happen in the Amazon. So the best part of the freaking story is he doesn't speak Portuguese.
Yeah.
And she doesn't speak English.
Well, how they hook up?
And where in... Do they even have? Apparently they have the internet in the Amazon.
They FaceTimed each other, I guess.
And he would take the little FaceTimer, his iPhone, to the grocery store and show her different, like he would let her pick out, she would be like, like a little kid in the store.
What?
To the grocery store to pick out cereal or whatever from the States.
How does she even know what cereal is?
I don't know. Apparently she knew what cereal was because she kept going, like one of those kids.
Okay, now come on. Now she didn't say,
I swear to God. I swear to you.
Oh, okay. All right.
I swear. And he would just be like, yeah, It's like, how in God's name do you fall in love with her? Well, she was showing half of her buttocks in a picture. So I guess Mr. Not Getting Any was suddenly happy that someone was going to give him some.
And he's not necessarily a prize either. Young fella. Nice enough guy.
Transitions glasses. Come on now. You 20-something years old. You don't need the transitions glasses.
Struck me as inexperienced with the ladies, Helen. Mm-hmm. And I claim no experience, as you, I'm sure, have learned.
Well, it was just so odd that, he finally makes it after a 17-hour flight and his 2-day trip up the Amazon.
So here he is.
And he's sitting
on a dock.
Whatever, Piranha Harbor, wherever he was.
And she's not there.
45 minutes waiting.
Now, what is this knucklehead's plan B, I wonder?
Well, he's going to use his water purifier and venom extractor and take his sorry ass back to Ohio.
Anyway, what's the name of the show?
90 Day Fiance before the 90 days.
Before the 90 days. All right. Once more, please. The Dutch shirt guy.
We are taking you into commercial so you can see my nipples.
Oh, shit. Oh, God.
I don't know if people are going to be quite as amused as I
Oh,
was.
Helen.
You basically, I saw you like literally, you were crying in tears, like because you were laughing so hard.
Yes, I was, but partially that's because you make it more fun. You do.
It's awesome. Like, how could you not like that?
And I appreciate you so much, Helen.
Oh, people don't understand that. I work a really stressful job, and so I was talking to a girlfriend about this. And when I come home, I totally want to like zone out.
Yeah.
I want to watch stuff that doesn't make me think. I mean, if I'm the weekends or whatever, I don't necessarily I'll watch some criminal shows or whatever, but like I want to watch stuff that just I don't have to think about. I don't have to put the pieces together.
Well, this show certainly fits the bill, honey.
Absolutely. It's
Honey,
great.
I have a note here about the heavy bag. Speaking of the heavy bag, sometimes I'll go out there and I'll actually do 12 3-minute rounds.
Okay.
Well, I did that the other day, and then the following day at a hockey game, and I would get out on the ice and I would just want to collapse. So I learned something. I learned I can't do 2 exertional things 2 days in a row at my age.
Well, especially since you're turning a year older in 48 hours.
Yeah.
Probably want to watch yourself there, Gramps.
My God, I am on the final stretch. I'm on the home turn. But when you can't do strenuous exercise 2 days in a row, when you actually have to have a rest day before you perform, that's not good.
Yeah, it's
very sad. It's sad getting old. And shout out to my mom out there who told me, because her mother told her, once you turn 40, things start to hurt, break down, go bad.
I can't even listen to that. I can't.
Yeah, girl.
I can't even listen to that.
Tell her, Mom.
No.
Sorry, Helen, but once you turn 40, things start to really go to shit.
That I want to accomplish before my 40th birthday.
Well, Helen, your age doesn't give a shit about your goals.
Oh, well.
You're screwed. Sorry, Helen.
I don't want to hear it.
Your shit's going bad. Your shit's going downhill fast.
Mm-hmm.
It's very sad. It is very sad getting old. But
it's just frustrating.
It beats the alternative. All right, Helen, miscellaneous item segment, and then you got to sell something over there. I don't even know what you have today. What do you have over there today?
A lift ride.
Oh, okay. The Powerball jackpot is now over $650 million.
Oh, my God. I can't even. I can't.
That's a lot of money. But the higher it gets, the even more remote and impossible your chances to win are. So those of you who play the lottery, don't do that anymore. If you want to
tell you that I didn't go into a pool at work.
Son of a bitch. Now, what are you doing that for?
Sorry. It's a pool at work.
It's a pool of idiots. It's an idiot pool.
You really should.
You know what the odds are of winning that goddamn thing?
Do you know how freaking awesome it would be if we did?
That would be $325 million. Dollars. That would be nice.
I just got a girl boner. I mean, shit, I can't say that.
I can't say. You just got to, okay. I can't,
I just got really excited.
Okay. But the chances are impossible. Oh, I hate people who play the lottery. Please don't do that, everyone.
Here's the thing. You hate people that play the lottery.
I mean, I hate people.
But on the same token, if we win,
yeah, I know.
You'll be happy that I spent $2.
I know. Will you even admit to knowing me then, Helen? Is that marital property?
I guess
lottery
it would be.
winnings?
I guess it would be.
You know what? We're going to look that shit right up.
I think it would be. Because I would use money that came out of our joint checking account.
Our lottery winnings, marital property.
Oh my gosh.
Marital property.
Property.
The law is well settled that a lottery prize won during a marriage is generally considered property acquired during the marriage, subject to equitable distribution. However, community property and marital property states differ in these areas, and even some marital property states differ.
And let me tell you, I'd be like, listen.
But it makes sense.
You're my bitch now. I got all that money.
Well, let's just make sure. Let's just check out Pennsylvania specifically, Helen.
Are you getting interested now? $600 million.
I mean, I don't even know I'm looking this up.
That's generational wealth. That's you put that shit in the bank and you live off of the interest.
According to the In re Mahaffey decision.
Bless you.
There is little doubt that if a lottery ticket is purchased during a marriage prior to separation, the lottery ticket winnings are considered marital property. There you go. So anyway, Helen, it doesn't matter. Well, it might matter. Are you in for the next drawing or the one that was just pad that nobody won?
I was in the one that nobody won.
Okay, so you lost. So you'll be a dummy again, and you'll go do it again, right?
If I win, I ain't gonna be a dummy.
Don't even tell me about the money. How much?
$2.
All right, that's $2. It's fine. It's $2 too much, but Helen, why don't you tell everybody moving along why you won't touch the air conditioning controls in our house?
Because you're a psychopath.
You know, this miscellaneous segment is a real catch-all. It's a real basket of fun stuff.
I see that.
What do you mean I'm a psychopath? What are you saying?
Because you like obsess about it. It has to be like 68 degrees, and then it's wonky because Alex has a control in his room, and I don't know. It is really, really wacko with you. And half the times I'm freezing. I wake up freezing. But then if I wear a hoodie to bed, then I'm roasting.
Yeah. And you're just a ball of heat in that bed. And I don't mean that in a good way.
Are you funny?
You're just like 1,000 degrees. It's like sleeping next to Satan, for shit's sakes.
Listen, I'd rather sleep next to Satan than sleep next to a freaking White Walker.
All right. A what walker?
That's a Game of Thrones reference.
Oh,
sorry.
A White Walker. What is that?
White Walker.
What is it?
They're undead people, but he's like cold and icy.
I see.
And
okay.
Yeah.
That's what you think of me? That I'm a cold, dead, and icy? Is that right?
Well, you did just call me Satan, so.
God, your body temperature goes up. Try that again. Your body temperature goes up 1,000 degrees.
No, it doesn't.
All right, listen. Why can't I convince you not to buy birthday gifts for me, and vice versa?
Because it sucks. That's the first step
to
getting
marital ruin.
To just like stop thinking about your partner. You have to like make your partner feel important, and you have to make your partner make it feel like.
That is the biggest horseshit answer I've ever heard. But
no, here's the thing. Because guess what? I could treat you just like any other schlub out there. Be like, oh, CJ, happy birthday. But then you love the fact that I am very creative with my gifts.
Well, you kind of and again, I say this not in a good way, put the whip on me to get your gift this year. You said
put the bomb on me.
You better make it a good gift.
I
gave it a lot of thought, Helen.
I did not.
And I think you're actually going to be pleased with it. We'll talk about the birthday gifts next episode.
And you're going to see how awesome and overshadowing my gift is.
Well, that's a challenge. You've laid down the gauntlet now, but I think you're going to find that my gift is very uncharacteristic of me this year. It's a non-CJ kind of gift, so.
Is it caring?
Keep your buckles buckled. Is it caring, did you just say, you son of a bitch?
Is it something like...
So stay tuned, everybody, because big birthday gift reveal next week on the next episode.
Helen's going to rock it. Helen's going to rock you out.
The Pain and Anger Comedy Podcast birthday reveal show.
And that's the thing is like, that's like when you say like, oh, I'm not going to buy you anything for the anniversary either. Come the freak on. Like, what do we...
Well, I guess anniversary is a little different, but it's all stupid. It's all stupid.
No, it's dumb when you have to do that. I think it's just not nice at all.
Don't people have better shit to do than buy gifts for their spouses?
I would think so, but you want to.
No, I don't want to.
Well,
I want to do other shit that I have better shit to do.
Can I just talk about school forms and how I hate school forms and how school forms you...
Wait.
What?
Wait, you're railroading the conversation here. We're not done talking about gifts.
All right.
I don't want to get you gifts. I don't like getting gifts. I don't like giving gifts.
You like getting gifts when you're using them because you certainly like the waders I bought you. You've certainly used,
Yeah, I guess, but it sucks.
Yeah.
You have to think about it. Then you got to do it.
Uh-huh.
Oh, my God. I'm just exhausted just
talking
about
thing. Mr. Work from home.
Oh, stop.
I take a shower at 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Helen, what's the next item on the miscellaneous segment this week, Helen?
I'm not sure.
School forms? Didn't you just bring that up?
School forms, yes. And how you have to fill out.
Oh, forms.
How you have to fill out the same crap.
Yeah, that's some bullshit.
And over. I filled this out on paper, and now they're asking me to fill it out online.
That's some bullshit. Are you filling out school forms during our show over there?
No, I was looking them up.
Helen.
Well, you were on your tangent about how I feel like Satan.
Oh, all right. You can't be filling out school forms during the show.
Well, I mean, I'm now looking at my text. Your sister's texting me. Hi, Mickey. Love you.
Hey, hi, Mickey. Eyes front. Eyes over here. Over here.
I'm looking at you.
All
I
right.
want to see your nipples.
Oh, boy.
How do you live with her?
I don't know. I don't. Not successfully. Helen, I had a straight razor out today. Not to slit my throat, although now that doesn't seem like it's such a bad idea. But I have a fascination with straight razors. You know, I have an old-fashioned safety razor in my holster in the bathroom.
So Benjamin Franklin called. He wants his razor back.
So I've worked hard to try to learn how to use a straight razor because I think they're cool, and you know it's a kind of a back to basic thing. And
who taught you that? Thomas Jefferson?
Oh, son of a bitch! But I got to tell you, I don't get as close to shave with a straight razor as I do with even a safety razor.
It's nuts to me that you would sit there and do that. I mean, it's just crazy.
Yeah, it is kind of silly. You're holding a sharp...
do you realize that your jugular is just a sneeze away?
Yeah, it's a weird thing. It's right there. But, you know, men have done it for millions of years. I wonder if anybody's ever died just trying to shave.
Probably. Think about the guy who has Tourette's, and he probably had
Jesus
some
Christ, Helen.
his throat.
How does someone with Tourette's use a straight razor?
They don't.
Oh, that's true. Helen, what else do we have on the miscellaneous segment of the week?
I don't have anything.
I got one left. Do you think you should buy fish at a diner?
Never. Do you think you should buy liver and onions at a diner?
Helen and I went to a diner this morning. I had a desire for some diner breakfast food, which, as anyone knows, is the best kind of food on the planet. Mm-hmm. And we got to thinking, you know, the menu at most diners is extremely large and diverse. As a matter of fact, on Seinfeld, George Costanza ordered Clams Casino once and got very ill.
Who the heck would do that?
I don't know, but that brought you to your comment about fish.
Yes.
Or liver and onions.
Right.
There are only four
because
things.
There was a lady at the table next to us. When you walk in, they have this like dry erase board of everything that they have. Specials and everything else. And this lady who was at the table next to us, she ordered one of the fish specials. It was like scallops and halibut and shrimp. And I was like...
I don't know.
No, I mean, I guess it would be different if they were fried, like those pre-battered shrimp and French fries. But I mean, diners are for burgers, greasy breakfasts, maybe a club sandwich or two, maybe a salad, like a basic sort of salad,
and even the salad's questionable.
And some dessert maybe.
For those of you who have opinions about what kind of diner food is acceptable, please send us an email to painangercomedy@gmail.com. Listener email coming up a little later in the show, Helen.
Oh.
Anyway, thank you for the input on diners. Helen, I think it's time for a little news.
Oh.
I got some weird stuff for you this week. Let me just find it, Helen.
Oh. Find it, Gramps. Find it.
Let me just find it while you fill out your forms there, wasting everyone's time. People give us the gift of their time every week to tune in, and you're over there filling out forms.
What is your problem?
Here we go. Helen, Dateline. Helen, Dateline, Arlington, Virginia.
Oh, boy.
A Virginia man returned home from a trip and found that his apartment had been broken into and cleaned.
That's awful. Somebody thought he was skanky.
Arlington police say in a crime report that shortly after 12 a.m. Monday, a man returned to his apartment after a trip. He noticed that his apartment appeared to have been cleaned and some items had been moved around, but nothing was missing.
Oh, my God. Who breaks into an apartment to clean?
The man told police he doesn't employ a maid. What a mystery.
Well,
that's some messed up.
Maybe that's like some maid service that's like trying to offer their services.
I don't know, but you have to identify yourself then.
I don't know. I don't like cleaning my own house, let alone somebody else's.
You know, Helen, largely due to your son, we go through a fair amount of frozen pizza here at the house.
Oh, way too much.
Dateline, Helen. Little Rock, Arkansas.
Okay.
Arkansas highway officials shut down westbound lanes of a cross-country interstate last week for 4 hours so crews can pick up some pizza.
What happened?
An 18-wheeler containing DiGiorno and Tombstone frozen pizzas, it says, scraped a bridge and sliced open its trailer Wednesday, spilling pies across Interstate 30, according to the Arkansas, Department of Transportation there in Little Rock. Agency spokesman Danny Strassale said the bridge suffered only cosmetic damage, but that there were some people shaken up. Anyway, the pizza, cheese, pepperoni left a slippery spot on the roadway. Helen.
Wow.
Helen, Dateline, Sioux City, Iowa.
Okay.
Authorities say a man who tried to deposit what he presented as a $1 million bill
oh, my Lord.
has been charged with drug possession in Iowa, which is not a surprise.
Oh.
So if you look this story up, you'll see a mugshot of the man, and you'll understand why this guy presented a $1 million bill. Anyway, there's a criminal complaint filed in Sioux City. Police officers were called to a bank, Northern Bank, to talk to a man who tried to deposit the bill into his account. The officers asked 33-year-old Dennis Strickland whether he had any more of the $1 million bills. And then a baggie fell out when he emptied a pocket. Stupid son of a gun.
Was he like trying to print them in his basement or something?
The complaint said the baggie that fell out contained methamphetamine.
Oh, ding dong.
That's just, dude.
Give it up. It's like, printing money and be like that fake money.
A $1 million bill, dude.
Yeah. I want to take a million. Ow, that was my freaking ear. Ah.
Come on with the $1 million bill. Seriously.
Why would somebody do that?
I don't know. But that would be an easy way to carry your money around, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I mean, you just have $1 bill of $1 million. But the thing of it is why would you put a $1 million bill? Why would you carry one around? Because if you lost it, you'd be pretty pissed off.
That's a good way of that's how you see things. You see things from the other angle there, Helen.
Right. I mean, why would you even?
That's brilliant.
That's crazy.
Just for the record, the Treasury Department has never produced a $1 million bill.
Yeah, I can't imagine that they would.
So that's the latest from Crazy Land. Helen, there's an eclipse this week. Or an eclipse.
Bonnie Tyler going to sing for us?
Or an eclipse.
Eclipse. I used to want an eclipse when I was in high school. This girl who was like really spoiled, she got a Mitsubishi Eclipse.
Oh, you mean a car?
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's a real eclipse. How do you say it?
Eclipse.
Eclipse or eclipse?
No, not eclipse.
There's a real eclipse coming, Helen.
Right.
And it's coming Monday the 21st, which is tomorrow, sometime in the afternoon. Only a certain slice of the United States will actually have a total eclipse. The rest of us partial eclipse. But anyway.
In Oregon, apparently it's a big deal because I was talking to a resident and he was like, oh, I'm going home. I'm from Oregon. And I was like, oh, that's great. Wonderful. I was like, are you going home for any particular reason? He's like, yeah, I'm going home because there's going to be this eclipse and it's going to be awesome and everybody's going to be able to see it. And I was like, oh, okay.
Oh, Jesus.
All right. Well,
that's a long flight when he can see it here, but I guess it won't.
But I guess you see it better there. It's like for 2 hours or something like that instead of like,
Well, anyway, Helen, Dateline Dallas, Texas. You can't blame a mother for wanting her son to be able to experience a unique event like the upcoming solar eclipse.
Okay.
However, Helen, a simple question led one woman to becoming a punchline after she asked if the eclipse, oh
my God,
could be rescheduled so her son could watch it.
Oh, yeah, I remember seeing this. It was like on Twitter or something. She was like, oh, can we make it for a different day?
Yeah, the lady posted on Facebook for the Perot Museum of Nature and Science in Dallas, which is having an eclipse party on August 21st, but it's the first day of school, so she asked whether it could be rescheduled.
That's really just...
Most kids go to school that day. Most kids go back to school that day, she said in a note. Can it be done on the weekend?
Wow.
Oh, boy.
Wow.
And here's something a little closer to home, Helen. South Huntington, Dateline, South Huntington, PA, Helen. Police say the DJ at a Pennsylvania couple's wedding reception made off with $600 in gifted money.
What a dork.
Now, that's just not cool.
Who does that?
I mean, he's not going to get the next job.
No.
State troopers arrested Edward Kendrick McCarty.
Right.
He's accused of stealing cards from a box meant for the bride and groom. You know the bride and groom box, envelope, whatever that is.
Sure.
Where the envelopes go.
Right.
Ashley Karasek, the bride, tells the Tribune... Ashley Karasek, the bride, tells the Tribune... Ashley Karasek tells the Tribune Review. Say that, Tribune Review.
Tribune Review.
That McCarty had the box for most of the evening of her July 29th wedding, and she saw guests passing him cards. Police say McCarty confessed to stealing the cards because of financial struggles. You idiot.
Well, I mean, maybe you should get some more DJ gigs.
There's a lot of easy, quick confessions cops are getting out of people.
Wow.
What else we got here? This one, I'm going to save that one for you because I know you'll like it.
Oh, boy.
Let's see. Okay, here we go. Dateline Helen, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. The doctor who operated on a Wisconsin man who accidentally shot himself with a nail gun says the nail punctured his heart.
Ugh.
And he never lost consciousness.
That's crazy.
How's that happen?
Well, it might have been that It's like those people that get like stuck in the subway cars where like their bottom half gets ripped off, but the subway car acts like a tourniquet.
Oh, Jesus Christ, Helen. You really you really took this story for a dark turn. Jesus Christ.
I disemboweled it. But yeah, no. So it might have been that the nail was actually plugging the hole so that it was not having an issue at that time. So
Dr. Alexander Reutzstein performed surgery on Doug Bergeson at Aurora Bay Care Medical Center in Green Bay in June. He said it was difficult to assess how deeply the nail penetrated. The doctor said the nail was a fraction of an inch from a major artery.
So I would assume his aorta.
So our boy here, Mr. Bergeson, the patient, was working on the house when the incident happened. He told the Associated Press he thought the nail just initially nicked his chest until he tugged at his sweatshirt. Oh, my God. Bergeson then got in a truck and drove to the hospital about 10 minutes away.
Wow.
You know, Helen, I happened to be the victim of a double stinging by Portuguese men of war in Hawaii. Have I ever told you that story?
Yes, you have.
Well, I'll tell it again for you listeners out there. In the great state of Hawaii, I was fishing one day, surf fishing, and these beautiful indigo blue jellyfish-like creatures were near and around. And nobody else...
With my morbid curiosity, I just want to know, did you wee-wee on yourself?
I'll get there. Nobody else was there, and I wondered, why is no one fishing this beach? It's a beautiful beach. It's perfect to fish. Well, I was immediately stung on my right foot, a pain which I can't really describe, and then I was stung on my left foot. And the pain got to the point where I knew something was seriously wrong. Actually, my kids were in a condo about probably an hour away, so I had to drive myself to the hospital.
Yikes.
As I drove, I felt the venom. This is where I could have used that guy's venom extractor kit.
Right.
I literally felt the venom climbing up the inside of my legs into my thighs. Ugh. And I was worried. But got to the hospital, waited a pretty long time. The doctor was pretty laid-back kind of guy and said, it's really nothing to do. You can pee on yourself if you want.
Isn't there something a little more sanitary? Although urine is sterile.
I told the doctor, I pee on myself all the time, Doc. Is that it? Is that all I have to do?
But
just keep doing what I got to do. So to relieve the pain, you pee on the site there, and in a few days you'll be good as new. I can't even remember if they gave me anything.
Wow. But
being stung by Portuguese men of war is like a pretty serious thing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I've been stuck by jellyfish.
Yeah, and that hurts. But
that hurt. That's painful. But
Helen,
I can't imagine a man of war.
As I cue the next story, look up treatment for Portuguese men of war.
Well, it's wee-wee.
It seems like that's like a pretty serious, maybe it's just the name, Portuguese man of war.
I mean, it sounds brutal.
Rinse away microscopic nematocysts. Rubbing or touching the wound causes the discharge still attached to the skin. Stings from Portuguese man of war are as common as they are dangerous, yet there's a lack of consensus over the best way to treat them. Mm-hmm. New research published in the journal Toxins reveals that sting from the fish shouldn't be treated any differently than jellyfish stings.
There you go. So it just sounds more
And
ferocious.
no, peeing on yourself is not recommended.
Well, the doctor lied to you.
For decades, medical guidelines and folk wisdom suggest an assortment of treatment options ranging from applications of alcohol and seawater to shaving cream, urine, and baking soda.
Urine and baking soda.
New research from the University of Hawaii at Manoa, Helen, which is a good place to do the research.
Does it come on? I want to lay you?
Shows that most... Oh, Jesus Christ. What was that, Helen? Come on, I want to lay you?
I want to lay you.
Oh, my God. That one stopped me right in my tracks. New research shows that most of these ideas are bunk, if not counterproductive, and that the best approach is to apply a bit of vinegar. Ugh. Helen, this one is for you, this last one. Dateline Philadelphia, Helen.
Okay.
A lawsuit claims a suburban Philadelphia woman got an extra topping on her Chick-fil-A sandwich.
Oh, dear God.
A dead rodent.
Ugh, I'm sorry. That just...
You're going to love this. I saved this one for last for you.
Oh, God.
Ellen Manfaludi sued in Bucks County Court over the tiny rodent she claims was baked into the bottom bun of her chicken sandwich.
That is just so vile.
A co-worker picked up the sandwich for her at a Langhorne restaurant in November, and the two started to eat in a conference room at the insurance agency where they work. I felt something funny on the bottom of the bun. I love this. I turned it over. I said to my coworker, they burned my roll really bad.
No, they put a little mouse in there.
Her coworker said as soon as that happened that Manfaluti threw the sandwich on the table. I realized that it was a small rodent.
Oh my God, that's
Helen?
so gross.
Helen?
Lettuce, tomato, onions, rodent.
She said, I could see the whiskers and the tail. Oh, I love greeting these to you, Helen.
Oh my God.
If you're going to gag, could you gag on air, please, for the enjoyment of our listeners? This lady, Manfaluti's lawyer, told the newspaper that he filed a lawsuit last week against Chick-fil-A. They have not answered the complaint as of yet.
That's just, I mean, they have those signs that are like, you know, the cows that say eat more chicken. I guess now they're going to have chickens that say eat more rats.
Best line of the article, Helen. I could see the whiskers and the tail.
Nothing like a good rat loving.
Oh, boy. Well, Helen, another week is sort
Now
of
that I want to retch
come and
everywhere.
gone. I have me a hankering for some Chick-fil-A.
Oh, listen, I'm sticking to just the fries.
Before we say goodbye, Helen.
Okay.
Before we say goodbye, Helen, a couple of listener emails.
Oh, hello, listener email.
First one's for you. Ready?
Okay.
Dear Helen, what is CJ really like off the air? What's he like in the morning?
Oh.
What's he like at night?
Oh.
Oh, listen to this. Is he a considerate, caring, and giving lover? Julia from Levittown, New York. Okay, Helen, this is a family show. But let's start. What am I really like off the air?
Well, you can be very funny.
That's right. Just like I am on the air, Helen.
You can be a little crotchety.
Just like I am on the air, Helen.
You can be very kind, which you're not like.
Just
on
like
the air.
I'm never like on the air, Helen.
I just think that you're very smart.
Oh, thanks, honey.
You have a big brain.
Yes, I do.
Yes.
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 Okay. And am I a caring, considerate, and giving lover? Just yes or no, I guess, is the best thing to say.
Listen, Julia, I think that you're going to have to find somebody to fulfill your
Oh, she's not kissing and telling.
desires.
Ladies and gentlemen, she's not kissing and telling.
But this lady doesn't kiss and tell.
All right. That means no, I think, probably.
No,
Julie.
it's just, you got to keep some things private.
Well, then say yes for frick's sakes. So the world doesn't think I'm an inconsiderate, uncaring lover. CJ and Helen, I enjoyed
Yes?
the summer barbecue episode, this listener writes. As luck would have it, my fiance and I had a barbecue at our place last weekend.
Oh, groovy.
It started around noon for about 20 people, and by 7 or 8 o'clock, we were kind of hoping to shut things down.
Mm-hmm.
But my fiance's parents, who live across town, refused to leave.
Oh.
I grew increasingly angry as I wanted to relax and spend some time with my lady.
My lady.
But I didn't know how to tactfully usher them out. It was very frustrating. Do you have any tips on gently ushering guests out of your house?
Sure.
Mark.
You look at them and say...
Hold on.
Okay.
Mark's been waiting for hear his name.
Okay.
Signed Mark from Red Bank, New Jersey. Go ahead, Helen. What do you advise Mark?
Mark, you look at them and say, there's the door. Don't let it hit you where the good Lord split you.
My father likes to say, or my mother likes to say, either one of them like to say, we better get to bed, honey. These people want to go home.
Yes, they do. I remember your mom saying that.
And Mark, I have a piece of advice for you, my man. If you don't invite them in the first place, you don't have to worry about them leaving. You cut that problem at the root cause, my brother.
Yep.
Helen, another one for Helen. Helen, I could use some advice.
Okay.
I know you give CJ pretty free rein with golf and other pursuits, but I am a golf widow in acute distress. My husband is spending more and more time at the golf course and less time with me. Oh, no! I've tried dropping hints. I've tried open confrontation, asking him to cut the golf back from 8 times to a month to 4 or 6 times. Just listen to this. How do you keep CJ on a leash with the golf and the other pursuits? Signed Marcy from Jasper, Indiana.
Okay.
Go ahead,
Marcy,
Helen.
listen.
Sing it.
Listen, sister. First of all, just because you're in a relationship doesn't mean you have to do everything together. Let the guy have his pursuits. Let him have his hobbies. Let him go. It's going to make you... Listen, you're going to look like a rock star if you just let him do those things.
For you fellas out there, do you hear how lucky I am?
You let him go. You let him go if he wants to golf, if he wants to fish, if he wants to do whatever. Listen, sister, in that time, you could be watching any kind of trashy shows you want on TV. You could go be getting your nails done. You could just go relax. And when you come back together, you have stories in which you can, discuss with each other. And, if he's going to play golf, I would assume that golf is, most guys tee off for golf, first thing in the morning, like 5, 6 o'clock in the morning?
Most do, not Big Papa. Big Papa plays in the afternoon.
Well, and I still don't complain about that.
Slow and leisurely.
Right, and I still don't complain about that.
I also don't play 8 times a month.
But the thing of it is,
Which reminds me, if you're listening out there, Classic Chad, I will call you for another golf date. We're due.
Chatty Chad.
What's up?
So I just think that, they need to understand that it's not always...
But what if it becomes too much, Helen? 8 times a month means that's every Saturday and Sunday.
Okay, so if he's doing it every Saturday and Sunday, and he's doing it at the butt crack of dawn, why do you even want to be up at the butt crack of dawn?
Boy, you are really a good wife over there.
You wouldn't want to be up that early in the morning.
So, Marcy, I think what Helen's trying to say is,
lay off the gas, because you keep slamming on the brakes and he's going to buck.
And you give him something to come home to, Big Mama.
Well, you should. I mean, it shouldn't be something about,
Wow, am I lucky, huh?
Listen, gentlemen.
Now, I wonder if I actually did play 8 times a month, whether the queen over here would be so magnanimous. I don't think so, but...
you can't stay away from me 8 times a month.
Ooh, girl!
It's just one of those things. If he wants to go play hockey, let him go play hockey. Like, you go play hockey during the week, you go 2-3 times, don't you?
Twice a week. I can't do any more than that. I'm too old. Shit.
Right. So, I mean, let a guy do his thing. Go do your thing. Meet a girlfriend. Do something.
Boy, a lot of relationship notes. Here's another one for you. You had 3 of the 4 notes this week. Helen.
I was popular.
How do you handle the vast age difference between you and your husband? He looks and seems so much older than you. What the frick? He looks and seems so much older than you. Thanks. Aren't you afraid of him croaking? Holy shit. Like really soon.
Wow.
Or is that actually what you're counting on? Signed, Colin from Newport, Rhode Island.
Listen, Colin.
Wow, Colin. Wow, you really brought it, my brother.
Well, here's the thing.
Are you afraid of him croaking, he says.
I'm not afraid of him croaking.
That's right, because I'm very virile, right? I'm virile.
And, if you're... a girl is... At least this girl, I was attracted to brains. And...
Ooh, boy.
He's a very smart human being, and we have great conversations, and...
But that doesn't address the age, Helen, the age.
The age?
He wants to know if you're worried about me dying, or how do you handle the age difference. And
it hasn't ever really been an issue.
It really hasn't. But you know when it's going to be an issue? When you're cleaning up my diapers.
Listen.
Jesus.
That sounds awful.
Yeah,
but
that does sound awful.
Yeah.
For both of us. It's not an issue now.
No. It's never been an issue.
No, it has not been.
The only time it's been an issue was when we first met and you'd be like, this is my 36-year-old girlfriend.
Oh, I still say it in the locker room.
Oh,
Every week, I remind everybody, my wife's 13 years my junior.
Dear God.
And she's a Greek nurse.
Uh-huh.
There's no better place to end there right there with a Greek nurse who's 13 years younger than you.
Yes.
I'm wondering now if this Colin from Newport, Rhode Island is one of your maybe prior man friends.
Nope. I don't know anyone in
Are you
Newport,
sure?
Rhode Island.
All right. Because he's trying to give me the elbow there. You afraid of him dying? He's going to die soon. He's going to die. You afraid of him dying? What are you going to do when he dies?
No, thank you.
That's going to be another week of the Pain and Anger Comedy Podcast. Thank you, everybody, and thanks to show producer H2 for doing whatever it is she does over there.
I do awesome, wonderful things.
On behalf of our audience, Helen, I want to thank you so much for taking time between filling out school forms to share some of your humor and wisdom with us this week.
Can I just wish you a very, very happy birthday?
Right back at you, sister. One's on the 22nd, one's on the 23rd. That's this week.
He never has an excuse to forget my birthday.
Bring on the birthday gifts, Big Mama.
Yep.
All right. Remember, folks, painangercomedy@gmail.com. Send us an email there. We're available on iTunes. You can subscribe. You can download episodes there and rate us and review us.
Please put a wonderful rating.
SoundCloud, YouTube, or directly from our website, painangercomedy.wordpress.com. Remember, if you're going to shop on Amazon, there is a link on our website. Click that Amazon link and go right to Amazon, and we'll get credit for sending you there. And that's a little bit of helps us pay for the coffee here around the Pain and Anger Comedy Podcast Studios.
Let me just say something. I just got a text from your mother that your dad canceled his doctor's appointment on Friday.
Son of a bitch.
To my favorite father-in-law in the whole wide world.
Are you reading this during our closing?
Get your behind to the doctor.
Oh, you're talking to my... because they listen.
Yes.
Go to the doctor, for Christ's sakes, old man.
Stop postponing doctor's appointments. I'm going to come up there and not bake you banana cookies.
And kick your ass. Go to the doctor, Pops. Until next week, everybody, stay angry.
Stay funny.
We'll talk to you soon. Thanks.
Have a good week, guys.
We're just
Burp.
bowling through the news. Scraped the bridge support and sliced and slipped and
What?
an 18 wheeler containing DiGiorno
It's
and
not delivery.
it's DiGiorno.
Shame on you, Edric.
Shame on you.
Edric.
Edric. Shame on you, Edric.
Whatever.
Edward Kendrick McCarty. Working on a house that went.
That is so hot.
Goddamn, girl. God, what?
What? Goddamn what?
Goddamn, girl. Ellen Manfaluti sued. You know, you
Here's the thing. You want me to be like, oh, CJ has a big on the air.
No, I can't use that. No, I don't. I just want you to be like, CJ is a very considerate man.
CJ is a very considerate human.
You know what? Screw you, and
Screw you.
I had to make you say that, so.
I will be sure to leave you a couple extra minutes in your poo.
Okay.
So that you will understand.
We can't use poo.
You can use poo. You said shit and bastard and all
We
sorts of
probably
other
shouldn't
stuff.
even use the diaper thing, but